The Temple of Vesta, one of the earliest structures in the Roman Forum, probably 7th century BC, but obviously it was renovated and rebuilt through centuries. It housed the eternal flame, which as ancients believed was the personifications of Vesta, the protectress of Roman people, goddess of the hearth, family and home. As long as the flame stays lit, Rome will enjoy prosperity and peace. It's unique as for Roman architecture, a round shape was to symbolize either the primitive Roman huts or the earth crowned by the heavens. All temples to Vesta looked alike and featured doors on the east to emphasize the connection of two sources of life, fire and sun. We're in the house of Vestals, the most respected and powerful women in Rome. The first function of a Vestal priestess was believed to have been performed during the pre-Roman times by a virgin who inexplicably got pregnant with twins, mother of Remus and Romulus. The candidates for Vestals were chosen by the king or Pontifex Maximus, the high priest, when they were between 6 to 10 years old only. They had to take vows of chastity and perform their duties for 30 years, divided into 3 phases: learning, serving and teaching, each lasting 10 years. The priestesses wore long white robes, and under the veil their hair was braided into 6 or 7 braids, a hairstyle of Roman brides. Besides tending the sacred flame, they had to take part in many religious and state festivals, perform purification rites, and were also responsible for the preparation of mola salsa, salted flour, which was sprinkled over the sacrificial animals, altars, and thrown into the sacred fire. They also kept safe contracts, treasures, as well as testaments of the most important figures in Rome, like Julius Caesar's, Mark Antony's, or Augustus. From the very beginning of their service, the Vestals had direct contact with the emperor, as he was the Pontifex Maximus. It was actually one of many privileges they enjoyed. They could leave and marry after their service. Unlike other women, they could testify in court, own property and other assets, and manage them as they saw fit. By the general public, they were perceived as holy beings, so they could pardon a prisoner by merely touching him, and anyone who would harm or insult a Vestal priestess in any way was sentenced to death. The punishment for their insubordination, however, was severe. A regular citizen for the extramarital relationship was at most penalized with the confiscation of property, but an unfaithful Vestal virgin, whose body symbolized the untouched city of Rome, was buried alive. She had to descend into the underground chamber with a little bread and water, and then the entrance was being sealed.